Vegetable farming is a business with a huge potential to generate income and profits all year round. With a population of over 180 million in Nigeria, vegetable farming is a viable and profitable business. The huge demand for edible vegetables is year-round, with most families across Africa consuming vegetables on a daily basis. The most common vegetables in Nigeria are ugu, bitter leaf, tomatoes, pepper, okra, carrots, cabbage, amongst others. For many Nigerians, vegetable is ugu, bitter leaves, and nothing else. However, we have various kinds of vegetables. This can be classified into roots, fruits, leaves, and boiled vegetables. Vegetables are known to be rich in nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. To start a vegetable farming business, there are certain factors to consider. 1. Market development and crop selection. Most vegetable crops are highly perishable, and so it is important that you identify your market even before you start cultivation. A good knowledge of the market options and quantity that is currently available is necessary. Your contacts may include supermarkets, wholesalers, retailers, agents, or middlemen. It is also possible to produce vegetables for processors and exporters. Ensure that you have established a demand for your products before you start cultivating. Understanding your market will also enable you to reach a conclusion on which crop to cultivate. It is important that you select crops that have a high demand and ready market to guarantee easy marketing and sale of your crop. This will also lead you to decide on what varieties of the crop that are in demand and preferable. You would also know what challenges the individual crop may have. These include disease and pest control, best agronomic practices, amongst others. Site selection. The choice and variety of vegetables to farm will enable you to decide on the site selection. Most vegetables require high amount of water for cultivation, and so the choice of land must be close to a water source. Additional factors to consider for land selection is soil type, water quantity and quality.
I wasn't using treated water. I was using water from the dam, and I had there are other farmers around. So whatever they use, when the rains come, washes everything down, all the diseases go back to the water, and then I was bringing it back into the greenhouse. So it was a disaster. So I had to improvise. I had to dig a well. So now I use the well water for the greenhouse. So and there's great improvement. Then another thing, the soil was already infested, and the first planting season was done on the ground. Just did it on the bare floor. So the second planting season I had to bag everything, and there was a significant improvement regarding that too.
Water retention capacity, drainage, accessibility to markets, and so many others. Different vegetables require different soil conditions. It is important that an experienced farmer or agronomist is consulted before a decision is taken. Knowing the history of the land, especially what has been planted on the land, can help in taking a decision on the suitability of the land for a particular crop. Cultivation. Most vegetable farming first involves the planting of seeds or seedlings in a nursery, either by propagation or utilizing nursery trays. These seeds are then nurtured from a few days to a few weeks before they are transplanted to the field. Vegetables can be cultivated in backyard gardens, small pieces of land, as well as large lands. Irrigation can be carried out either manually or using drip systems that deliver water to the roots of the plant. The use of organic manure like poultry droppings, cow dung, or other animal waste and organic matter is known to increase yields. Proper use of fertilizers, herbicides, and pesticides must also be carried out. Research into the needs of each crop is required to successfully cultivate vegetables. Startup capital for vegetable farming. The startup capital required to grow vegetables will depend on the scale of operations. To cultivate vegetables on a piece of land that is sized between 1 and 2 hectares of land, experts have put the capital cost at between 70,000 and 180,000 naira depending on your location. This would include payment for seedlings, pesticides, herbicides, manure, and labor. Challenges of farming vegetables in Nigeria. Commercial vegetable farming has its own challenges, one of which is vegetable glut, a condition in which the harvest of many farmers mature and are brought to the market at the same time. This occurs and drives down the prices of vegetables considerably, and since vegetables are quickly perishable, a farmer at this time has to sell at whatever price to avoid total loss. Another problem of vegetable farming is preservation. One way to avoid glut is preservation in order for vegetables to last longer. Nigeria, however, is still struggling with the preservation in vegetables, leading to excess and then waste in glut periods, with scarcity and higher prices down the line. Use pesticides to overcome pest problems, but be sure to use only safe ones to avoid significant health risks to consumers and the environment. Marketing and profitability for vegetables. To develop a sound marketing plan for vegetable produce, a farmer must be able to answer the following questions: the kind of vegetables to grow, how much of these vegetables to produce, to whom or where the vegetables will be sold, how much real demand is there for the vegetables being grown, how much would it cost to produce and market the vegetables, what if there are sizes of the market windows for the vegetables, what are the risks associated with the production of vegetables. Once the questions above have been successfully answered, it is safe to commence vegetable farming on a large scale.